Hey guys, welcome back. Whoops. So pros and cons of or trade-offs associated with air conditioning. And we talked about the fact that for hunter-gatherers, sleeping from roughly midnight until dawn, 11 o'clock or midnight until dawn, means sleeping through a cooling phase in the day and waking up at about the coldest time in the day, usually coldest right before dawn. We, if we're going to be sleeping inside, we're not going to be experiencing that. It's going to be, at least nowadays, it's going to be kind of a consistent temperature. So we've got air conditioning to bring us into a temperature that's going to be the most comfortable for us. Generally speaking, people seem to sleep best with the temperature in the 60s. Obviously the pro is that it keeps it cool, but not increasingly. And it's, just worth mentioning that that is the experience that we evolved for. A gradually falling temperature until it gets to the coldest part of the day, which is right before dawn. And multiple sources that I researched for this talked about the fact, using the word invariably, that our hunter-gatherer ancestors invariably woke up at the coolest part of the day, right before dawn, and right at about that time that they're going to start having their eyes bombarded with photons from the sun and kickstart their circadian rhythms. But at the same point, even though it's not perfect, it obviously does make it way better. And with climate change happening, eventually air conditioning is going to be itself is going to be a human need. But there are some cons. Dries out the air, which does lead to sinus problems for a lot of people. Also, because it is circulating air that is, mostly internal, and that, that most people don't have a super high quality filter for, it is moving mold and allergens and dust around in your house, so you're encountering that. That's the trade-offs. Shorter video this time. And that's going to conclude the technologies that I want to talk about with regard to sleep. Obviously, there are more. We could talk just about homes in general, but this is good enough for us. We've dealt with the actual technologies that people sleep on. We've dealt with now something that conditions the internal climate in our home, and we've talked about some things that interfere with our ability to sleep. In our next video, what I want to do, and just to kind of take us back, I use the word trade-offs here because that was one of the main themes that we talked about that we're going to follow through the course. The trade-off of there's pros and cons to each technology. In our next video, I want to deal with theme 2, which is how do these technologies change us? So we're gonna leave the going through the specifics right now and move into that for the next video. And then beyond that, we will talk about theme 3, which is even if we don't use these technologies, even if you decide hunter-gatherer sleeping conditions are for me, how we're still going to be affected. So we're switching now into kind of those next two themes. I'll see you in the next video.